So, team, welcome everyone. So, on the last session, we saw about how we can implement page object model design pattern in our framework. So, we created the Google page. It contains the locators of that Google page, search page. Then after that, we saw how we can create the action utility. We created a assert method as well as a send text into input area method as well into it, and we called those functions inside the test class. So also saw about how we can create an object inside the test class, and we saw how the constructor is being called while creating the object as well. So in today's session, let's see how we can create or initialize other web elements as well inside the basic model design pattern. After that, we can discuss about test ng classes. So as we can see here, this is our current URL. This is our URL. So here we are entering. So every time you automate, right, you should see the real scenario so that you can make sure that nothing, no elements are armed, like no every elements are visible while you see. So first we need to test in manual. So currently, what is the intention behind this is like I'm just typing the text and I'm just going to click on this Google page, right? But what will happen is like when we Google, then after that, if I try to click on the button, that is not visible currently, right? So what to tackle that process, what I can do is like I can just click on this image. So I need to find the XPath of this one as well. So let's see how we can inspect that. So I can just click on it so that Google search button will be visible, right? So here what I'm going to do is Control F double slash SVG at the rate class. This one. So I have what I'll do is like I'll just click on it any of the body so that the suggestion box will disappear. So it should be clicking here, right? So what I can do is I'm just taking this one, going back to the Google page, and I'm just here. It will be XPath. Then I'll write the XPath over here. Out to say text box. So what I'll do, try to click right. So to come here, currently I don't have any click action utility. So I'm just going to write a action utility for clicking. Come back to the utility class action utility. Then come here. Just write a function public void click action. So it should accept the web element from the rest class. So we dot click. So after that, one more thing I would like to include, like inside here, try to implement the weight, nothing but this one. I can show you that. Like in Selenium, we are different kinds of weight. One is implicit weight, next one is explicit weight, the other one is fluent weight. For implicit weight, we'll write it as driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait. We can give the duration dot of seconds, we are giving it as seconds 10. If a step is completing within this 10 seconds, suppose a step is completing within 3 seconds, the remaining 7 seconds we can wait, like that 7 seconds we can save, that's it. So this is how we can do the implicit wait. Implicit will be act as a general wait for all steps. Then next thing will be explicit wait. The main intention of explicit wait is to give some expected conditions to a wait. So let's see how we can do the explicit wait. To implement that, let's come into the action utility where we are having all the click and send key actions, right? So here we can do that. Let's see how we can achieve it. Like to do the WebDriver wait for explicit wait, let's select this one, then give the object wait equals new WebDriver wait driver comma. So here you can see, right, duration. You can give the duration of seconds, as you can see here. So I'm just giving it as 10 seconds. So until 10 seconds it will wait to meet a condition. Like I can show you that what are the conditions. That will be like element specific thing. So I'm coming into the click action as well as the send text into input area functions. So this here is the real use of the wait condition. We can use this wait object dot until. We can inside the until, we can give the multiple conditions. Expected condition dot conditions dot visibility of, or we are trying to click it, right? So we have the specific thing for clicking element to be clickable. So if you see here, right, the argument is passing is like element. So the argument we are passing it from the test is like in the web element type. So we can use the same thing here. Then we can pass the we, that is nothing but the web element. So what will happen is like for this web element, it will wait for 10 seconds until this condition meets, like until this expected condition satisfies. So it will wait for until this element to be clickable, that's it. So for send keys, let's implement the same thing, like until expected conditions dot. So let's see what are the other conditions. Element to be clickable, then attribute contains, attribute to be, dom attribute to be. What are the other things, like element to be selected. Let's see, take out the visibility of element if the element is visible, or let's see other things as well. Which one is proper, we can select that one. So visibility of number of elements, presence of element located by. So I'm checking valid expected condition so that I can give the correct one into it. So I am just using the visibility of the element. So passing the same thing itself, we, that is nothing but our this one. So which is passing from the test. So after this, what I'm going to do is now we have the click action as well, right? So come back to the test. Then after that, this I'm just commenting this out. This was the hard wait I have done. The best wait we should use are like implicit or explicit wait. We can use both as well. Don't use but this hard wait. This we done initially, right? I'm just commenting it out. Then after that, just click on AU dot, we have click action, right? Click action gp dot. So we have the outside text box, right? I'm clicking on it. And after that, what I have to do is I should take out this Google search button. So this is the one, values one, Google search. So it should come with input, right? So don't worry out the XPath thing. I'll conduct a separate session on XPath and all the locators part. Input at the rate value equals. So this is how we can specify the. So let's keep a indexing as well. Currently we have two occurrences, right? So that's why I given the two. So this is the correct text path for Google search button. So coming back to my Google page. So inside the Google page, let's have another locator so that I can see it, like give my Google search one. And after that, I'm just giving it as like Google search button. All right. So after this, what I'll do is I'll come back to the test. Then here, so I'm click on the button. And after this one, what will happen? So if I give Google and click on Google search button, so this will appear, right? So I'm just trying to inspect this as well, so I can verify that the result is present, correct? So also I can verify the, let's see, if I give the Google, also I can see the this title as well, right? So I can show you that. So first I'm going to inspect this one. So h3 Google, all right. So control F double slash, then h3 text equals Google. So we have only one occurrence, so that's good. So we can have the corresponding element inside the Google page. So here, let's create another XPath for as Google search result. So if it is displayed, that means the Google search successfully, right? That means so we can come back to the test. So after the Google search button, what will happen is we should assert, right? So in assertion as well, let's do one more thing. Here also, we can give the condition. So element to be visibility. Let's check the both condition. Let's see how we can give that. So expected conditions, element to be clickable. Then after that, and then we can give visibility of that element. That should be inside this. So expected conditions, inside that, let's give the visibility of. Will it work? All right. So I don't think this is needed. Do one more thing. Expected conditions dot visibility of W. So no instance and type will exist on. Okay. All right. We can do one thing. Only keep this one. So we can give up to here. Wait until expected condition element to be. It should be visible, right? Visibility. Then only we can assert that. Correct. So I have done this condition inside the assert as well. So come back to this one and so I'll check out this one. Google search result, right? That's it. Display it, then Boolean. Then here, let's give it as likewise we should do. So previously we didn't included this one, right? We should include this. So come here and give the proper assertion. That's it. So after that, I should assert the value as well, right? For that, so let it be like this, and or do one more thing. Assert dot for assert equals. So mouse over this one so that you can see the logic, right? So how we can implement this. So first we can give the expect actual one, then we can the actual one will be the driver dot get title, right? Driver dot get title. So just verifying it against this one, the second one, Google search. So come here, inspect title. Yes, just copy this one, put it there, double quotes. That's it. And after that, we have the tier down automatically, right? So that's it. So now just try to run it. We'll fix if there is any error. So it's building the project. Then after that, it will pop up the browser. So browser popped up. Then after URL, it will maximize. Search for Google. Then click outside. What happened? Something went wrong, maybe. All right. All right. We got an error. Let's rectify it. Selenium. So we got the error because it is not clicking on the body. Currently, that is not visible, right? Since the body is not hide inside the DOM, it is not seeing currently. It is not visible. So what I have to do is I'm just going to also need to check whether all right while automating Google will throw this error. So I'm going to inspect this as well. Okay, so I can title. So what is the title here? All right, the next title is reCAPTCHA. So I'm just typing this title of two. So we have three occurrences. So as we can see here, all right. So title, text. What is the other one? So you have one title. So what I'm going to do is currently for automation, I'm getting the Google pages like this, right? So So I'm not going to proceed with the captcha since it is not automatable with Selenium. So what going to do is coming back to this one, and I'll give the result as like this. Then after that, here I should see the other one, right? So I'm going back to the Google page. I'm just inspecting this element, which will be div. So that will be coming outside this one, right? So I wrote the X path, and I'll come back to the code, and I'll paste it here. Now we have the outside text box correctly, right? So coming back to the test class, and I'll come here. I'll click for the this one and this one, and after that let assert dot assert equals then driver dot get title, right? For that I'm just creating a function here, public string get title. So here return driver dot get title, then come back to the test ng class. Then after that, let's do it like let's call that. So guys, currently what is happening is like this expected condition will be very big, right? So it will be dynamically picked up. So what I'll do is like I'll replace with this assert with assert true dot assert true, then get title dot contains. I'll give this one. So I'll cut the underline and I'll try to run the same. So we'll get the correct pass. So let's run it. So currently it is under run, right? So let's do one more thing. Let's try to create a testng class to run it from testng.xml file. testng.xml. So the correct one will be the correct syntax for testng.xml file will be the correct syntax will be we can have like I can this will start with a question mark, then after that should be the version equal to 1 encoding that will be like UTF-8, and after that we have few attributes as well. I'm just copying it, and after that test we have to give the suite name will be Google test. Let's let it be like that. Then under the suite we can have the test attribute, test tag. So for test as well we can give the name, let's give it as Google search. Then under the test we can give the classes. So whichever the classes we would like to execute, right? We can give the class names. So here compiler will automatically show the testng classes. This is one of my class. So what I'm going to do is, so I have written the suite, then test, then class, then classes. So I'm just trying to run it from here. Just so right click on it, just try to run it. So once you run it, so as we run it from the testng class, right, it should run. So let's see how it works. So we have other properties as well for testng runner class. Let it run in the background, right? We'll get the correct pass. So with this suite name and test name, we'll get the result here. So also do one more thing. So we can pass some values and everything through this test-ng, right? We can pass the parameter and we can see, right? So let's explore more on test-ng. So I can show you the documentation on test-ng. So this is the documentation for official documentation for test-ng. So here you can see all the things, like what are the test-ng things, what are the listeners they are using, right? So let's come here and see whether which are the things they have used. We have the suite name, test name, classes, and everything, right? So likewise we did. So also let's see other usage as well. Under the test, we can give the packages as well. All right, then we can have the group tag, and we can have the class methods. We can include and exclude those accordingly. So we have our test code passed, right? So that's it. That is the how we can create the test.ng.xml. In the upcoming session, I'll explain you about what are the other parameters, like how we can pass the parameters and everything. Otherwise, this session will be very lengthy. You can't catch up. So thank you all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.